Phil, are you there?
Here.
Alrighty, so can somebody just give me a recap of what happened last time?
And Hollow?
Graven Hollow, Graven Hollow, yeah.
Golem.
Which one? Oh, Bakasura. Bakasura?
Yeah.
Okay.
Turns out.
Yep. Yep.
And a green road.
All right. So you all are. I think you were sort of going through. So the way that the library kind of works is that constantly there's news being brought to the keeper of the present, and he kind of will scribe them down, and then he will they'll pile up and accumulate, and then the keeper of the past will archive them within this library, and then the keeper of the future sort of can predict or will see what will happen, but has recently kind of developed like her vision is cloudy, she can't see, all she sees is like death and suffering and fire. So, and that's not good. And that started happening about, was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago. Okay, so you guys were sort of going through the library looking for what information was it specifically that you guys were kind of going towards?
Yeah.
But yeah, Bakasura is the Demon Queen of the Fungi. Okay, so as you're sort of walking through the library and it's sort of massive halls, it's kind of like hazy in there and it's really dimly lit. And if anybody's seen like Page Master from 1994, the movie, it's like Page Master.
That's hilarious.
um, and you see these sort of visions of people flickering in and out of existence, and they're kind of busy looking. Some of them are frantically pulling things off the shelves. Some people are just calmly reading books or sitting around and kind of flipping through tomes or scrolls and stuff like that. And two figures approach. There's a withered drow clad in dark flowing robes and a hulking gray-skinned monster resembling a spiky humanoid toad, its wide mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. The drow's pinched and lined face speak to his great age, and his red eyes narrow and appraise you carefully as he approaches. Oh yeah, and one of the stone librarians hailed you. I remember that.
Does this guy look like the guy we saw in what do you call the Dwarger city?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can you give me 1 second, guys, sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, this is a good beer time, yeah. Hey, is everybody here?
I believe so.
Yep, okay.
I believe there's some kind of demonic invasion coming this way to the Underdark. I've been here for a few cycles now, doing the research I can do. I encourage you to do as much as you can as well.
why we're here too.
When you say demonic invasion, are there other demons that have come or will come?
I have sensed a variety of demons. Many evils. There's only one presence I did not sense. Lolith, the Queen of Spiders. No. Maybe dwarf, Durg, or drow. Vicious creatures. But not like this. This threatens reality itself.
Why isn't the Spider Queen around?
That is what I am searching for.
No luck?
I'm still here, aren't I?
Have you figured out why this is happening? Is it because she's not around? Doesn't she often exist in this realm, like, normally?
No. She is not from this realm. She may manifest occasionally in the material plane, but not for long. She's disturbingly absent.
Why is it so disturbing that she's absent if she's not usually here?
Seemingly
No, he
so.
said that she does manifest herself sometimes in the material plane, and that's why it's weird that she's not around at all.
Hmm.
She's a very involved goddess with her followers, which are the drow. I mean, can you guys roll me an intelligence check, actually? To see if anybody picked up on some information from the drow during your adventures in the Underdark. Yeah, investigation.
It's
Or a knowledge, what is it? Religion? I'll take either one, whatever's higher. Okay, so Nokotos, oh, actually, wait, let's wait for Tarkus. Oh, sorry, wait. Oh, that's it, okay. I guess I'll roll for Alstina, actually, just to see if she knows.
Oh, sorry. That's weird.
Okay, so Alstina kind of hold on one second. Oh, the Demon Queen. So the people, the drow. Anyway, she perks up and she says, I've heard stories about driders, these twisted, completely demonic creatures that the goddess Lolith creates from unfollowing drow males. They're half spider, half half enraged drow male.
How did we come down here?
Well, my guess is to try to make sense of all this madness. Shall we reconvene tomorrow?
We have to stay here.
Well, they did. They did. I think you guys went to some of the quarters, but you didn't want to leave your stuff or something like that.
I guess we'll head back over there.
He seems like he's busy trying to. He kind of like walks away, and he kind of says that he's going to go and search to see if any information he can find, and maybe you guys should discuss what you want to discuss something tomorrow because. So these the echoes that are flittering kind of in and out of existence, you don't know what time period they're from. He seems to be from exactly like your time period. So he's not in the past or in the future. He's in the present. But anyway, so the rest of the library is available, I guess. Whatever you guys else want to search, you can look for in some of the archives.
Can we find a book on a Tarrasque? A Tarrasque?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, absolutely. So the Galeb Dur that has been kind of following you guys. He speaks up and he says, Tarrasque. Well, I can, it wouldn't be a Tarrasque, it is the Tarrasque. But yes, I can lead you to information on Tarrasque. And you guys walk for a bit, and for about 2 to 3 minutes, a couple sharp turns around the library, and he points you in the direction of a bookcase. He's like, the Tarrasque, right here.
Does this book say like where does it live?
Well, I haven't read it, sir. I don't know.
Can we take these books back to our quarters, or do they gotta stay here?
So, remember when you picked up a book last time, it was kind of like a memory that you experienced. It wasn't like an actual book itself that you could read. It's kind of like teleporting you to an event.
Alright, I'll open it.
Okay. So the sort of background as Tarkus opens the book, the whole group is like everything sort of turns to black around them, and they're teleported instantly to an environment that looks sort of like there's lots of still sort of volcanic activity running above ground, and the plane looks very young. It looks like it's been recently created, or sort of it's not. It's like millions of years ago, and you can see this massive Tyrannosaurus Rex like looking creature that is about 50 feet tall and 70 feet long, and it must weigh hundreds of tons. And it carries itself like a bird of prey, leaning forward and using its powerful lashing tail for balance. And its like cavernous maw yawns wide enough to swallow all but the largest creatures.
One of those.
Every step it takes like completely sends vibrations it's almost deafening, and it's just prowling this sort of prehistoric volcanic land. And you sort of after a while it looks straight at you and starts to charge, and you guys are taken back to the Graven Hollow once it starts to come your way. The vision disappears, and you're sort of standing back of the library, shaken.
Is there another book like more recent?
That's you pick up another book, but it's the same image. That's all the information that they have.
Huh.
Are there any books on this spider demon queen, Lilith?
It's fine. It's fine. What's the
So
worst that could happen?
Corbin, you pick up another book, and instantly, like the words on it rearrange from talking about the Tarask to they kind of rearrange and rematerialize, and it says Lola, the demon queen of the spiders. And the party, like everything turns to black again. You guys kind of dematerialize and materialize in what you can only assume to be the abyss. And there's just a massive amount of everything is made of cobweb. Like the whole ground is cobweb. There's a huge web in the middle of the room, which is just like the biggest spider web you've ever seen. And you behold the true form of the demon queen of the spiders, that of a black, bloated arachnid with the head of a female drow. Nestled in the webs all around her are thousands upon thousands of gray eggs. Lolith knows that she's being scried, and her fury, tangible as her mind, reaches out to find you. Her shriek of rage, as she's shut out by the powerful wards of Graven Hollow, echoes in your mind as the vision is suddenly torn away to darkness.
Jesus.
Can you guys roll me some wisdom checks, please? Okay, so Tarkus, Nokotos, and Alstina, can you guys roll me a 1d100 each, please?
How do you even roll that? How do you roll that?
If you right click on the d20, you can roll 5 d20s, which
Alright.
isn't the same, but it's close.
Okay, so I'm going to message each of you independently with your newly acquired personality trait. But for now, we'll just keep going. So you guys will find out later. So anyway, yeah, you guys are back in the Graven Hollow now. Everybody is sweating profusely.
What was that?
Where was she?
Alstina speaks up and she says, "She seemed to be on the abyssal plane in the demon web, her lair."
What were in those eggs?
I don't know. I could imagine more driders. There was driders all throughout the place that I saw.
Is she planning on going to war?
Mm, From what it seems so. She seems to be amassing an army in the abyssal plane, but I don't know why she remained or how.
Could she be trapped there? She seemed upset.
I think she knew that she was being scryed on. So she must have been able to detect the magic from the Graven Hollow. Maybe the way that the stone librarians work is somehow they're able to inscribe some sort of physical manifestation of a scry onto an object like a book. I don't know.
Their knowledge.
The stone librarians? It seems so, yes.
For the present.
Hmm. I don't know. Corbin? Did you were you when you picked up the book? Were you looking for present information or past?
Pretty much just general information on her. Basically her whereabouts, where she usually resides, what she does, stuff like that.
Maybe Vezerin would know some additional information. We should definitely let him know about this though.
Sure.
Yeah. But we gotta wait till tomorrow, right? To find his ass. I don't know where he went.
Yes, maybe we should rest first and then see if we can find him tomorrow. Do we have anything that we want to look at today? I'm feeling rather tired as well.
I wanna. Can we find something on Lady Vitra?
Sure. I mean, we can look. Yeah.
Like, can we figure out where they all went? Why we didn't see them after they told us they'd meet us outside the tomb of
Well, I remember that she said they were going to White Claw.
Yeah, that's right.
Where is that?
I've never heard of a White Claw.
Is there a book on it?
Let's check. Let's see. So Tarkus picks up another book, and the words again rearrange itself in sort of like a sort of floating pattern, and it says White Claw. Everybody is again instantly sort of transported, and this is in a location that seems very, very different. You don't recognize any of the plants, any of the animals, the birds, nothing. It seems to be somewhere on the material plane, but maybe somewhere far, far away. And can you all roll? Tarkus, can you roll a knowledge nature check? And you recognize from your years as sailing the seas as a pirate that this this location must be somewhere across the endless sea that you haven't been to yet.
Interesting.
And you can see you sort of all materialize outside of this dense, heavy jungle that's just completely humid. There's strange bugs flittering around in the air. It's impossibly hot. And there's just this massive cavern that almost juxtaposed against it is this pure white marble that's kind of inlaid within the cavern. And it seems to be like some sort of base of operations. And you see Lady Vitra quickly walking in, like as if with a purpose and trying to get in as quickly as she can. She stops for a second, turns around and looks directly at all of you. She's about 30 to 40 feet away. She kind of quickly takes out her wand and points it directly at you all. And you're both instantly transported back to the Graven Hollow.
Huh. By everybody, we try to screw it. One more thing, and then we can. I want to. Can we search like this area of the Underdark to see if there's any more like tombs or dungeons nearby, and what they could hold? Like, are there any other magic items around this area in the Underdark?
So, I mean, so you have to kind of know what you're looking for. So the Graven, it wouldn't be able to tell you, give me a list of all the magic items in the area, unless, I mean, if you have like a specific thing that you'd be looking for, it could kind of give you an idea. But if you have like the name of the magic items already, or
I have no idea. All right, let's go back.
I think he just wants to start botting for it.
okay, so were you guys going back where?
back to that room.
Your quarters, your living quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you guys continue back down to the library. Library, it never seems, it's always kind of the same amount of busy. It's just like you constantly are seeing people doing things and flittering out of existence and walking around. And you get back to your simple rooms that are on some of the upper floors, and the beds are simple but quite comfortable. It's very like it has all the basic necessities and is pleasant to stay in overall. Nokuto starts playing on his flute.
All right. Do you guys think we can adjourn for 5 minutes or so? Pee break.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, sorry, I'm just getting I just gotta play the food. Food came just as we started. I was like, shit. All right, everybody back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys obviously spend the night there. It's like the first time you've had a bed in you don't even know how long. So you guys sort of instantly all pass out and sleep in like the deepest, best rest that you've ever had in your lives. And you sort of wake up to one of the Galebdir sort of clapping his hands and saying, "All right, now, excuse me, gentlemen and lady, we have ladies, we have a visitor. If you're interested, you've all been sleeping for quite a long time now, so, and that's normal to happen when people feel visit the Graven Hollow, but." You have a visitor. It seems to be his name is Vezerin Devere. And in walks the mage that you guys saw earlier.
Somebody want to tell him about what we saw?
Sorry to disturb you all. What did you find? You focused on her directly. You're all lucky to be alive.
Why?
If it weren't for the powers of the Graven Hollow, well, you'd be much worse off.
It looked like she was amassing an army.
Yes. I have information to corroborate this. I believe the other demons may have been summoned here.
Why not her?
That is still the question.
Same.
The only one of my kind who could ever match me in the arts is Magus Roval. I think we knew from the moment we met that we were destined to be rivals. Where I sought to only master the art, Magus was an astute political manipulator. No more devout than I in the service of the Spider Queen. He arranged for my disgrace and exile, deprived me of my considerable skills. My house fell to our rival, House Duerden.
If we describe what that one we saw look like, would he know if that's the one he's talking about?
Like the binding of the. You mean the book or something?
Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah. You mean for during
Magus.
The one vision we had from the one book.
Yeah, you definitely could afterwards.
Magus became the Archmage of Menzoberranzan under the auspices of his own house, the first house of the ruling council. Magus and I only ever had two things in common. Our passion for the art, and our hatred for the manner in which our fellow mages suffer at the hands of the matron mothers and mistresses of the drow. Magus has always hungered for power, and not even becoming Archmage of Menzel Berezin was enough to satisfy him. From my tower, I kept watch on Magus's activities. This was no easy task, given his suspicious and circumspect nature. Nonetheless, my observations revealed that he was crafting a unique ritual, one that somehow drew on the energy of the Phaedrus to channel an incalculable arcane power. When Magus performed this ritual, the walls between the planes shattered. Then, as you now realize, the demon lords were wrenched from their layers of the abyss and cast about here in the Underdark. What we all witnessed in the Graven Hollow confirms this.
So how do we send them back? To use that thing that tells time. What's it called again? You just said it.
Phaedrus?
Yeah. Would we have to use phasers to send them all back? Would you be able to create a spell or a ritual?
Yes, a ritual. Perhaps we can find the components necessary. I would be able to cast it if we did.
Would you? But I
There might be a slight musical component.
You guys are funny.
Do you know what other demon lord is around here that might have taken over the king of Gracklestone?
Yes, he actually does. Just give me 1 second.
When I looked into the Dark Lake, my visions told me of Koatoa swimming in the gloomy depths of the dark, subterranean lake. And I was uncertain whether I was facing left or right, just trying to find something. And even as I was surrounded by fanged creatures resembling manta rays, the Koatoa seemed to smile, its noodly teeth gleaming even in the darkness. It has definitely seen something. It understands a new secret. Its already unhinged mind plunges further into madness. I see Koatoa curling in on itself, arms extended in worship. Then from the circle of rays, two tentacles emerge, followed by two howling baboon heads.
What does it mean?
There is something in the deep.
You think that's what's corrupted Gracklestone?
It would seem to me that would be Demogorgon. The so-called Deep Father.
Do you know what his plan would be? I mean, Bakasaur's plan seems pretty simple.
He has already driven the Koatoa mad.
And he moves on to the Grey Dwarves.
I see the Grey Dwarves being next. The only thing they hate more than mortal beings is each other. They wage constant war in the abyss.
Is that what Spider Lady could be doing right now? Preparing for war with the other ones?
If what we saw was true, Lolith remains in the abyssal plane, gathering an army. I fear to become the ruler of the abyssal plane. Now, no contest. You don't want to give Lolith any more power. She already corrupts the Dark Elves. The priestesses have been corrupted for centuries.
None. We're useless. Let's go back up.
If I were able to complete this ritual, I may be able to bring them all to one location.
Let them kill each other?
That's the plan.
Alright, what do we need for it?
All right, let's take our another 5-minute break. Sorry.
Alright.
Summon
Yes!
Shenlong?
Pretty much, and then the Dragon Balls, exactly.
I am Shinra. You have gathered the 7 Dragon Balls. What is your wish?
Not again!
I cannot do. I've already brought him back 15 times.
Even though there's totally
That's
a
the
plot
hard
point
limit.
that said you. They just want to throw that in there
He is
after.
out of plot armor. Not enough Phoenix Downs. Must construct additional pylons.
Phil. All right, Phil and Dennis.
I believe so.
Nice. Okay. Good. Gives me more time. It's so difficult. These fucking questions. That's a really good question. Let me think about it. Yo, what's up? I'm trying to find a picture for Lolith.
For who?
Lolith?
Uh,
Okay, I think everybody just got back. Nice. No, it's all right. Sorry. What was the last question, guys? I'm really sorry. Oh,
what
the
does
ingredients.
he
That's right.
need?
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Demons are creatures ruled by madness and hatred, even the greatest and most powerful of them. They war ceaselessly upon each other in the abyss. They have already begun to do so. We can play them against one another, and then
Bree, do you
deal
have
with the weakened
headphones by any
victory.
chance?
Me?
Yeah.
I have my headphones on.
Oh, okay. Your mic is picking up you typing. So.
Oh, okay.
I believe I have the ability to devise and cast a ritual, similar to Magus Roval's, but nowhere near as dangerous or foolish. That will draw the most powerful demon lords together to the site of the original site. Once they are brought together, they will try to destroy each other. But though the demon lords might destroy each other's physical manifestations here in our world, their essence cannot be extinguished. They will thus be cast back into the abyss, as effectively as if it had been banished. The ritual needs certain components to produce the talisman that will draw the demon. Then, a rite to empower and activate. Then blood and battle, such as this world has never seen. Any survivors among the demon lords will be sorely weakened, and should be far easier to destroy. All I need are the necessary ingredients. And, ideally, a look at Magus Roval's grimoires and notes from his sanctum. I will prepare a list of materials for the ritual. I know for certain that we need something that has been to the abyssal plane.
Alcina kind of gets spark in her eye, and she says, I think I may know of something that we can use, at least for that piece. When everyone was asleep last night, I snuck out and I researched about Callum Bristol and the War of Light that happened 400 years ago. And it may have been possible that Callum Bristol did travel to the abyssal plane. And if this is true, then we could use his bones as a potential piece for that part of the ritual.
where's he buried? Is he buried in the city that we were exiled from?
Yes, he's buried in the royal palace of Barthenon, in the catacombs beneath the royal palace.
Would we be able to get them? Do you think? Aren't they guarded?
Well, they're certainly guarded, but I don't know what the status is of the kingdom at the moment, and I don't even know how long it's been since we've left. Maybe they've forgotten about us. Maybe they're all destroyed. I don't know.
All right.
Taking over them.
Where is it?
What else? Do you know what else we'll need for this ritual?
I must give you I must research more.
All right. I guess let's go get these bones.
The Grimoire of Mag should be one of the top priorities as well.
What is that?
So Grimoire is basically a spell book. So he wants you guys to find a way to get the spell book from the Drow Archmage.
In Menzoberran.
Yep,
Okay.
and that will have the rest of most likely the rest of the ingredients, you guys, the components.
So where to first?
And will he become?
I cannot go with you.
Give us your pet.
I will retire to my citadel. I will, however, give you the Speaking Stone. You may use it to contact, and I will use it to contact you.
Can we use it to contact Lady Vitra?
No, it is a one-way device. It pairs with a single other stone.
What about your pet? Why don't you send him with us? Looks like he could do some damage.
You think he would be well received in the surface world? He is attacked on sight in the Underdark. I can't imagine the surface world would be more forgiving of his looks.
Fine.
Joking, I'm joking.
So where to? I mean, I think we should get the bones first. Sounds easier. Well, I mean, we don't technically have to go to the surface to get to the catacombs, do we? We could. I mean, they're burrowers. You could definitely. Yeah.
The Graven Hollow will let you out anywhere in the Underdark. Mantle Dareth is the closest to the surface. I would not recommend going to Gracklestone.
Why? What's going on there now?
Gracklestone has been thrown into madness.
How's the dragon doing?
Veseroth the Wormsmith has revolted against his handler, fleeing from the city, but not before destroying half of it.
Wow, nice. We should go loot that place.
I feel as if Demogorgon has completely taken a hold of Holgar Steelshadow. Who is currently missing.
Wow. I wanted that crown, too.
By the way, Mantle Dareth is near the dry.
Near where?
The coast of the Dry Sea.
How far from where we're trying to go?
Click the map. So probably like 600 miles or something.
God damn.
Isn't that weird?
So what's the name of the city we're going to be put out on? Oh,
Mantle Dareth.
not even on here.
Yeah, I have to add it. It's all the way to the west. You see where it says the Dry Sea? It's like directly west of there on the near the coast.
Oh my god, we're going to have to cross the Dry Sea. Where are we? That's how far over we... Like...
Hey, we've gone through
If
worse.
there's a place you gotta go. I'm the one you need to know. I'm the map.
We've been legit through like
If there's a place you gotta get, I can get you there, I bet. I'm the map.
deep as fuck. Bundle door.
Swiper, no swiper.
Alstina says, I suppose if we could get to Mantle Dareth as a transportation hub, I imagine there must be some trading that happens between that hub city and the surface world, I imagine, on the outskirts of the kingdom. Because this is far outside of the extent of the kingdom. So the kingdom goes, if you're looking at Obsidian Portal, so Barthanon and Westlay are kind of on the same edge that goes, so it goes from Westlay to Barthanon and then straight up north by Jasso, and that's the extent of the kingdom. Past that, to the west is a huge, massive marshland, and then after that is the Dry Sea. So it's kind of like unknown territory that's very dangerous and not really well traveled. It's like very outside the kingdom, very in the unknown.
We could take a ship around, though, because we're going to be near the coast, right?
I imagine that would be a good idea. She looks at you and smirks.
It's a very intimidating mountain range we have.
Nah.
We
That
could.
also could be an option, yes. What do you guys think?
Oh, it's
Nice.
We could grind some levels though.
I would go with the mountains over
Yeah,
other
I like
options.
that.
Farm
Perhaps we could
epics.
speak with the leader of the mountain dwarves
Yeah.
and ask for assistance, perhaps.
Definitely pick magic items. I mean, there's not going to be much to fight if we just take a boat around.
Undead pirate.
Are we? Time is of the.
So yeah, let's go. That's what we'll go. We'll take the mountain route.
We'll travel back to Parthenon and reclaim the bones of Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good. I will be. I bid you farewell.
And he kind of he turns around and his death slot follows after him. They walk down away and turn a corner and are kind of out of sight. And I turn it over to you guys. What do you guys do?
Let's head out.
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
Mantle Dareth.
So
Wait.
yeah, keep going.
Is
Yep.
is Mantle Dareth on the surface or is it in the Underdark?
It's in the Underdark, but it's sort of at the. It's only like a mile beneath the surface, so it's close. It's as close as you're gonna get to a transport hub.
All right. So yeah, I guess we pack up and head for the exit.
Yep.
Okay, so the Gale of Dur kind of assists you, and you see the basilisk walk over with his head down and says, "I hope you found everything that you wanted to find in the Graven Hollow Adventurers. I'm sure we'll see you again." And kind of bids you farewell. And as you sort of step down across the massive stone steps, you turn around and the Graven Hollow kind of fades in like this sort of mist, and you walk a bit down the corridor and you pop out somewhere completely different than where you started. It seems to be a completely different area of the Underdark. It's a lot more dry. The rock is a lot more kind of sandy and dusty. It's still, miles beneath the surface, but it seems to be a bit of a drying element. And we're gonna end it there for the night.
Interesting.
And somebody said one.
Nice. It's so fucking. We should have done one if by land and two if by sea. Oh.